Hey y'all, thank you for tuning in. My name is Megan. This is my first YouTube video. I am so excited. I have a small business. I make handmade resin jewelry, and I also have a Etsy shop. I attend local markets and festivals. I started last fall of 2023, and I think I've been doing quite well in my festivals and markets. So I just wanted to document my journey, and if I have any information to share, I just wanted to share it with anybody that may be hesitant or like really kind of scared or nervous to put their products out there, because I know it can be nerve-wracking sometimes. But I'm no expert. This is just my opinion and what I've learned so far about jewelry, and selling my jewelry in my community. In this video, I'm doing a voiceover. I am working on some pieces outside with resin. If you've ever worked with resin, it's strong. You need gloves, you need a mask, so it would be very, very hard for me to talk with the mask on. But right now I'm working on two different pieces. Actually, one is for a client that I met at a market. Well, both of them are both of the projects are from clients that I met at a market, and they actually asked me to make something custom for them. So what I'm working on right now is wedding jewelry. This one sweet lady told me that she loved my necklace that she purchased from me, and she wanted some wedding jewelry for her bridesmaid. So I was so excited and nervous at the same time. But this piece actually came out really nice, and I'll have to show y'all later. But anywho, just a few things. This video I want to share about like just quick market tips, really quick. I think it's very best to prepare ahead of time. Preparing ahead of time is so important. Even the night before, even when you find a market, if the booth fee is like $25 or $50, it's like, ooh, that seems good. Like, that's affordable, it's good. But sometimes not every market is right for you, and you have to be sure of the target audience, your demographics, know who is most likely going to buy your products. I make mustard seed jewelry. I make colorful, bright jewelry. And if I go to a horse festival, I don't know, I'm just making it up, a Renaissance fair or horse festival, people may not most likely just gravitate towards my products, because that's not necessarily what they're there for. So that is something to really consider, because at first I was getting really discouraged by going to certain markets and people saying that it looks good and nice but not purchasing it. Another thing is to make things look good. I've been to festivals and markets before I started making jewelry and selling, and I would just walk right past people's booths. That's because it wasn't eye-catching, and I'm sure people have really nice things that they're selling and things look really good, but if it don't look appealing, or if the person that's selling is not even approachable, then me personally, I'm not going to go and see what they have. So that's something to consider as well. Like, how well are you creating an inviting atmosphere? Greet customers. There's been times where I've been to a booth and the person was talking to somebody else or just didn't care if I was there. And I think that matters, because just like you have to read the room, you also have to read the customer. I know sometimes, we don't want to just talk to customers or whatnot, but sometimes you have to, and you have to just see how your customer is. Some are willing to engage in conversation and some are not, but I think that's important as well. And always be hopeful. There's some markets that don't go totally well. I would have a goal of trying to make like $1,000, and it may not work out that way. That doesn't mean that it's a total waste, because when you're at markets, you could take the opportunity to take pictures, take videos, interact with other vendors, meet new people, and it's just really fun. This project was very messy, very messy, but it took me probably 2 to 3 hours outside to get all of this done. As you can see, I'm torching it. I'm gonna invest in a torch. I know they're not that expensive, but I was just using a lighter to get the bubbles out. As you can see, the color that I'm using, I forgot the name of that color, but it's a really pretty neutral color. And I have my little UV light that I'm sticking it under. That day was a nice, cool day. I really enjoy doing markets. There's so many extra tips that, you know, you can find on YouTube. There's a lot of people that are getting out there doing markets, especially since it's cooler outside. Oh, I really like working on this. This necklace has the name Chad in it. And later on, I can show you all how I made this necklace, how I got to this point, because it's a 2 to 3 day process of drying before I actually get to adding the resin part. But with this necklace right here, the client asked me to take some funeral flowers from a relative, and I was able to put it in the necklace bezel. So sometimes working outside, especially working with flowers and small flowers like that, I get nervous because at any point the wind can blow and just somewhat ruin everything. One thing I'll never do in resin, I will never use resin with hair, ashes, breast milk. To me, that's just a big responsibility that I'm not willing to take. But put my resin in. Resin is so strong, but I absolutely love resin. I love making jewelry with resin. One other thing I want to mention is that when I first started off with my markets and like just setting up my whole entire booth, like I didn't have it all together. Later on, I could show a video or pictures of when I first started my booth. I went to a dollar store or Ollie's to get a tablecloth, and it was like $4. And as I continued to do more and more markets, I just kind of invested back into my table and the displays. And later on, I'll show a video of what my displays look like. And many of them are do-it-yourself DIYs from Hobby Lobby, or I get a lot of stuff from Joann's and Michael's. I just kind of paint over it. But you don't have to spend a whole lot of money on your displays or your booths to make it look good. You could just take your time and do things little by little. Some people, when they do resin, they use like a plastic silicone tool, but I love the toothpick. But that's it. Subscribe and keep watching. Thank you.